Alright, so welcome back to more Final Fantasy II. It has been a while, in terms of off-screening. I've done 5 hours. Jesus. As you can see, there's been quite a few stat increases. Minwu's mana hasn't really gone up. It went up by 50 points. For some reason, it barely went up. Guy got a bunch. Maria got quite a lot of MP. I mean, when I started farming, my main goal was I'll get to 100 MP. Like, everybody to have over 100 MP, and then I'll stop. And it took 5 hours to get to that point, so here we are. In terms of stats or equipment, I actually have an idea as to what I want everyone to use. There's Furia with the sword and shield, pretty standard. Maria with the knife and shield, or bow. I don't really know which at the moment. Probably gonna switch her to a bow, because I know I have a very, very powerful bow in my possession. And then we got Guy with the axe and shield. I did have him as unarmed, but I have a feeling that unarmed is one of those skills or weapon types that's really good early on because its damage skyrockets. But as you get later in the game, it starts to fall off because weapons have two values. They have like their attack stat, and then they also take into account your skill level, whereas unarmed doesn't have that. Unarmed just has your attack stat, and that's it. Like, it caps out at a certain point, I'm pretty sure. It probably goes up every time you get strength, but I still think that fists will end up dropping off. And in terms of Minwu, he's just whatever. I gave him a spear, because I was testing around with Maria whether I wanted her to have a spear or a knife, and I preferred the knife, honestly. But in terms of, like, spells, yeah, mostly attack magic up to very high. Oh, nearly at level 7 with fire. And then Guy at level 8 with Blizzard. I'll actually show what it is I've done. Because essentially, to begin with, I went just north of Finn and fought a bunch of enemies there, like land turtles, magicians, ogre mages, etc. Were-rats, which was a really good experience. And then once I was able to, I came to here. Because you can fight an unlimited amount of these captains who have... I don't actually know how much health they have. Let me just go through all the enemies. Actually, let me just go through the ones I've not seen. Yep, this is an enemy we've been against. 140 health. We've already been against. Ogre, 100 health. Ogre mage. I think dual heads we went against. Off-screen, were-rats. Yeah, there's a lot. Zombies now. But you can see, considering how many I've killed. But were-rats, you always seem to go against quite a lot at a time. It's like 6 at a time. It's crazy. I'm trying to find the captain. There he is. So we've got the sergeant, which was the boss. 420 health. Nice. Captain has 750. He has no weaknesses, but he drops Flame Bow, Golden Armor, Cursed Tome, and Toad Tome. I have gotten every one of those drops from him. And then the Magician drops a bunch of tomes. The Ogre Mage drops a bunch of tomes. So safe to say, I have quite a lot of magic. So like, Firion has gotten Scourge, Toad, and Curse. I'm actually going to move this. 3, 4, that would be in the middle. Sure. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I got Scourge, Curse, and Toad, all from tomes. I don't think I got anything... Oh, I got Berserk from a tome. And that's it. But I still have a few of them on me. But I've got Thunder, Scourge, Blind, Warp, Toad, Stun, and Berserk. And these are all just things that dropped from enemies. And I've gotten 6 Flame Bows, which are worth a lot of money. I might actually give it to her now. Oh, it won't go as optimal because it's a bow. There we go, and then just put her in the back row. But her damage will go... it'll be very high. Rebel Curse! But my strategy for these guys is basically this. Use that. I'm gonna have Maria attack, so I'm curious how much damage she'll do. Do that, and then have Minwu on healing duty. Usually, if we don't get ambushed, I have him cast Blink, so then he's less likely to actually hit us. So we got 180, he has 750 health. Not too much. Hey, how's the Wrath? How's it going? Whoa. Yeah, Minwu, the White Wizard. 4 damage. Okay, using the bow was a bad idea. But yeah, this is what I did for a very long time. It's why I managed to get every drop. Like, Firion, Maria, and Guy are all using golden armor. Because it's really good. It's better than Mithril. And it gives poison resist. I do like when he uses bow 3 because it does no damage. By comparison. Oh, nice. Things are going pretty good. I'm hoping that, you know, OBS doesn't crash. This time. But I guess we'll see. Yeah, the best part about Finn is the captains don't despawn. So you can finish fighting him and then fight him again. It's crazy. What am I doing? I can't remember. Oh, I wanted to see if her bow level went. Nope. She did only hit him once, so I'm not too surprised. Do I dare have a hurt? Yes, screw it. For the most part, I'm just going to be doing this anyway. Leveling up Scourge. Oops. Exactly. Especially when the respawning enemies aren't very powerful. But the guys that don't despawn are incredibly powerful. I do have a feeling that you're not supposed to be able to beat them at this stage, but obviously if you farm enough, you can. I really want to go against the vampire girls again, just to see if I can actually kick their ass this time. I don't actually remember what it is I'm doing. I would, but vampire girls suck, because if you go against more than just 2 vampire girls, you're boned. Because the enemies are very tough. But if I get lucky with the screw it, I'll try it. Hey Arnold. How's it going? I can't remember where she showed up. Oh my god, I can't run away from... Okay, never mind. I can't run away from hornets. Kidding. It's worse when you're going against goblins, and you can't run away from them. Yeah, it's down here, I think. Maybe. Werewolf. Oh god, they still really hurt. They're not that bad, actually. I mean, we have a lot of health, so it helps. I'm not gonna waste Scourge. Just hit him with fire. Just hit him with all magic. I think it's probably my best bet, unless they're resistant to magic. They might not be. That's not great. Bloody hell. They really hurt. It's a good job Guy's got a shitload of health. Yeah, if they all decide to target Firion, then... well, he's dead. But if I could beat these, then I would definitely be able to beat the vampire girls. I don't think hitting all 4 of them was a good idea. I should have just done a targeted attack. Okay, so you go for that one. Go for that one. Blizzard will be the only thing that kills them. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, I would probably say individually. It'll probably do about 200 damage. People only bash this because it's not really Final Fantasy, it's a prototype Saga game. That's why. It's still a really good game. It's just not what people expected from a Final Fantasy game, basically. But Final Fantasy 2 is what Saga became. Okay, so hitting them with single magic is a good idea. I like every Saga game, except for Unlimited Saga, because that one's weird. It feels less like you're playing a game and more like you're playing chess. Or less like you're playing a video game. It's just really weirdly laid out. Finally! Okay, yeah, we can beat these. They have so much health! And half of us are poisoned. I'm not sure why 3 would get bashed, aside from the visual style, because it's 3D graphics, and it was released on the DS, so it's not the prettiest game. And 13, I think people's main issue was it was mostly corridors. up until a certain point, and then the game world opened up. But I'm biased. I've liked basically every Final Fantasy. Wait, 3 has 2 quite different versions? Well, if you're meaning like what became 6, then yeah. But I think 4 has the very weird difference of different games. You've got the PSP version, which is a 2D game like this, and then you've got the DS game, which is 3D, and that is the version that gets ported to everything for some reason. Original 3 versus PC 3. Oh. Oh, yeah. PC 3 is what Final Fantasy 3 became. The DS version, except that version I believe you started off as... Oh no, it's the original 3 is where you start off as Onion Knights, isn't it? We're still poisoned? Bullshit. Oh, there we go. Hooray! Alright, well there we go. So now I've, kicked ass. Oh yeah, what your... original 3 on the NES. Yeah, you start off as 3 Onion Knights. You start off as a proper character. Yeah. That's what I consider to be the actual Final Fantasy 3, to be fair. Yeah, you fall down a hole, and you're this guy with grey hair. Oh, silver hair, I guess. But PC version is based off of DS, and the mobile version is based off of DS. All of them are based off of DS. Right, time to sell all my tomes. For a lot of money. Right, I don't care about Hellfire. I should have about 90 grand by the time I'm done. Because the tomes are very, very expensive. I mean, I don't need to say which my favourite is. I think I've said it enough that people are probably sick of hearing it. Tactics I consider an entirely different beast. Like, yeah, it's a Final Fantasy game, but I consider it different from the mainline. I mean, if the Pixel Remaster version shows you as 3 Onion Knights at 4 Onion Knights, then yes. But I'm not sure, I haven't really looked into it. I don't really like the Pixel Remasters. Like, they're cool for whoever wants them, but I hate the text they've used. The text looks incredibly squished. Or stretched. One or the other. Yeah, definitely. Nah, my favourite is 12. Probably always will be. I think it is probably down to the fact that I spent most of my time playing it. Because I had access to, like, every other Final Fantasy, but they didn't grip me quite like 12 did, because 12 had actual, like, storytelling. Whereas games like this, it has storytelling, but you have to read. And being a kid, I didn't know what that meant. Yeah, Maria's using one of them. There we go, and keep the Mythal Shield and Knife for later. I started on 1 when it was new, but my 1 and your 1 were completely different games. Well, actually no, they were the same game, just mine looked prettier. It was the PSP version. I want to sort my items. Boop. Nice. As I've said, I've tried playing the original Final Fantasy and I can't. It's way too slow. It's like watching paint dry. I know that might be offensive to some people, but it's so slow-paced, I can't get into it. Like, you know, I don't need the game to be fast as hell, but I would prefer if it was slightly quicker than a snail's pace. Ten 2. The Tactics series, it's a good one. As I say, I just consider it a different beast. Mostly just because it plays completely different. I don't know why I'm doing this. They're goblins. Bup. You're an old fogey. I know most NES RPGs are like this. The difference is this isn't slow as shit. The NES version is incredibly slow in terms of the battles. Oh yeah, we wanna go to baths. Cheers, bud! I hate the airship system, because it's a one-way trip. Yeah, it's a bit grindy if you don't know what you're doing. That too. But to be fair, grinding's a good idea, in like any of them. I know it's not necessary for most of them, but makes them quite a bit, easier. I should know, because I'm probably going to steamroll over most enemies for a good while. Because I went over the top. But I don't care. So you'll need a pass to board the Dreadnought. You're with the rebels? Oh, you're with the rebels, right? You've got to destroy the Dreadnought, if only it were that easy. Is the Dark Knight ever going to get back? At this rate, we're going to fall behind schedule for sure. The Dark Knight? Is that Cecil? He was a Dark Knight, wasn't he? I know he wasn't for long, but he was a Dark Knight. There's a rebel spy masquerading as an Imperial soldier. If you can get to him, I'm sure he'll have some important information for you. Oh. Get back to work. I swear, no one wants to work under General Bogan. Not surprising, have you seen him? They're making us work like slaves. I hate that Bogan. Being used by a man like that really makes my blood boil. It's weird though, I can't seem to remember what things were like when the Dark Knight was in command. Okay. Do they have some sort of like memory wipe? Oh wow. Baft has some high-tech stuff. Long swords? Jesus, that's like 2 tiers too low. General Bogan doesn't seem to be willing to deal with these peasants as he should. Alright. Oh, is this a sanctuary? I never even noticed. Do all of the buildings have that, like, symbol on top of them? Because I will admit, I've never spotted it. A curious thing happened to me. Out of nowhere, a band of 4 surly wizards attacked me. I escaped unscathed, but noticed they had a woman prisoner. At the time, all I could think about was my own safety, and I ended up just leaving her there. There was something particularly odd about that room. Some sort of strange orb was blocking the corridor. The blockade must have been generated by the magic of those surly mages. If the mages were to fall, surely that orb would fall along with them. Oh yeah, isn't there Asuna here? Yes! This magic shop makes no sense to me. You've got Asuna, and then you've got Basuna and Silence, which are completely pointless if you have Asuna. Yeah, because Asuna cures everything. As far as I'm aware. And then that cures status ailments that wear off after battle. Maybe Asuna doesn't affect status ailments that wear off. But it affects Silence and everything. I don't really care about Flea. Alright, Maria, you get a new spell! Which will come in useful, because we get poisoned and blinded very often. I think I've spoke to everybody. I'm pretty sure I have. So General Bogan took command of things in Basque a short while ago. Things have gotten much easier than they were under the Dark Knight. It's hard to believe a bumbling idiot like Bogan could become a general of in the Imperial Army. Oops, you didn't hear that. Ask about the airship. The Dreadnought. Oh. So you're the ones they've sent to destroy the Dreadnought? Don't worry, I'm on your side. There's an entrance to the sewers up ahead. There's a back way leading to the Dreadnought. Be careful. Oh, I should have spoke about Wild Rose, because that also works. If they see us talking, they may start to get suspicious, so I'm out of here. Good luck. Bye, buddy! I don't know where he disappears to. Probably dies. Yeah, if you speak about Wild Rose, it's like, ah, so you're with the rebels then? And then it just continues, so you're the ones they sent to destroy the Dreadnought. Right, Bath's Cave. This is a fairly standard and short area that gives you terrible, terrible treasure. I don't remember the correct way to go, though. Oh, and the enemies we go against aren't exactly tough. It's the same enemies that we fought in Summit Falls, so it's nothing too bad. Just may as well keep using Scourge. Though it will get to a point where I'll stop getting experience. Actually, just attack. Do we know the differences between this version and the PS1? This has everything the PS1 version has, except it has more post-game content. I believe there's 4 extra dungeons. But I'll be honest, I don't know for sure. All I know is that the PSP version of 1, 2, and 4 are considered the definitive editions. I know it's a matter of opinion, but... that seems to be the common consensus. Okay. But I personally prefer the PSP version of Final Fantasy IV purely because of the art style. Because it looks a bit weird. The characters are slightly taller and slightly wider, but it's got this kind of visual style as opposed to the 3D version. The 3D version has a better told story though, because it actually has cutscenes, I believe. I'm pretty sure I have both versions. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got the DS version and the PSP version. Come on, get me Scourge up. Oh. This is actually a really standard dungeon. I think we're at the end of it. Near enough. Oh great. I should be able to wipe out all these. Can't believe this far into the game we're still going against leg eaters, hornets and vampire thorns. The first 3 enemies in the bestiary. Minra's HP increased. What? Where is it? 1009. Oh, look who it is. The Dark Knight. You're too late. The Dreadnought is complete. We can see his eyes. I don't actually know if that is anyone. I first thought it looked kind of like Leon, but I think that's just... I was going to say that's me being hopeful, but if not... not really, because the Dark Knight is probably someone we have to fight. I would rather not have to fight Leon. So I've been working behind the scenes to see the project through to completion. End your resistance, kneel before your Emperor. It is the only alternative left to you. Consider what I've said, when the time comes we will meet again. Oh, it's Morgan. Oh god, look at his teeth. Looks like you came all this way for nothing. See for yourselves. Oh, I never spoke to him in town. Oh well. And cutscene. We'll admit, the Dreadnought is a beefy airship. A very beefy airship. Just look at the size of it. It's crazy. Alright, so what have we got in here? Oh yeah, we got the pass! I completely forgot we need the pass to board the Dreadnought. So we got the pass. Oh my god, why? Both this game and the first game have post-game content. I'm not sure if the same can be said for 3 and 4. Well, the Final Fantasy IV now comes with the After Years, and it also comes with a new scenario that was exclusive, I believe, to the PSP and Wii, which was Final Fantasy IV Interlude. I don't think it had any gameplay, it was just like a story of what happened in between Final Fantasy IV's ending and the after years. I know quite a lot of people did not like the after years. Like, they really liked Final Fantasy IV, but they really didn't like the after years. I also like how I flew to Baths when I really didn't need to. It's honestly surprising how short a walk it is. So we've got Furion's HP increased. Yeah, I'm not sure if these are in the PS1 version. Once I actually can get there, we'll see. Yeah, I believe these are exclusive to the PSP, which are the Arcane Sanctuaries. I think I called them something wrong again, didn't I? Oh no, they are Arcane Sanctuaries. And I believe they're post-game dungeons. You can do them now, but they go off of key terms, so you need to have every key term to be able to actually do them. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, oh dear. Well, this place has seen better days. The opening of Final Fantasy IV is a slog, but it soon picks up. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I want to speak with Sid. You want on the airship, you pay the guy behind me. I want to ask about the airship. Airships are powered by Sunfire. I'm sure the Dreadnought's no different. What you want to do is blow up that thing's engine. Do that and you can bring down the whole overgrown tub. He really doesn't like the Dreadnought. I'm assuming it's because it's an airship he didn't build. I don't believe he built it. Oh yeah, I should probably pay. I don't want the ship to be stranded over here, because then it's a slog to get over here. The one thing I wish more games would employ is a system where once you get powerful enough, certain enemies just avoid you. It would make farming on goblins and stuff a bit of a pain, but the only reason you would want to farm on something like a goblin is if you wanted to beat up your team. Which I generally advise against. Like, it's a strategy you can probably beat the game with, but the downside of beating up your own team is you don't get any sort of evasion increases or magic defense increases. It basically just makes you glass cannons, because it makes you more powerful at what you're doing, but you can't take damage, or you can't avoid taking damage, because your evasion doesn't go up and neither does your defense. Plus, fighting enemies is just the better choice, personally, because you get money. Whereas beating up your party, it gets very expensive. Yeah, because you're constantly going out, you constantly have to stop at inns to heal all the damage you've done. Okay. Yeah, it might be the fact that the game ended at a perfect point, and they created an after... or they created an epilogue that wasn't necessary? Maybe? Not really sure. When I eventually get around to Final Fantasy IV, I will probably cover it. Well, no, I will definitely cover it. So that I can see for myself what it's like. But I just know that the after years is not widely liked. Oh yeah. Whoa. Almost. Yeah. Final Fantasy VI, it would have made more sense, but Final Fantasy VI hasn't had the same treatment that all the others have. It has that god-awful PC port. I mean, the game's perfect, it's just I really don't like the character portraits. Actually no, the PC port, it's the mobile version, isn't it? Ported to PC. In which case, I stand by what I said. Many were wounded in the Dreadnought's attack. The shock has even caused my father's condition to turn for the worse. I hate that my father has to see this. He knows his death is near. Is there nothing you can do, Minwu? All those who live must someday die. It is our fate. Still, it is my duty as a white wizard to ease the pain of those who suffer. I shall remain here and devote myself to the care of the wounded. I take my leave of you. The fate of the world rests on you, Firion. Waste no time in destroying the Dreadnought. Pleasure serving with you, Minwu. You were a great wizard, and I'm gonna miss your cure spell. So my founder's condition has improved a great deal thanks to Minwu. He's been gone all of 5 seconds. Alright. Did I not? I didn't learn about Sunfire. I'm a fucking idiot. He told me about it, I just didn't learn it. Whoops. Oh, it doesn't matter, I need to go back. I was so caught up in what the hell I was talking about that I forgot. Please, Lord, save our king. Prince Gordon's disappeared. I wonder where he could have gone. Not Princess. The Dreadnought attacked, but at least our hideout is still safe. Everybody who was outside is dead. If we don't destroy the Dreadnought, the casualties will only mount. We'll stay here and hold out until you return. I'll be back shortly because I forgot something. Yeah, there's a man in Puff named Sid who might know if the Dreadnought has any weaknesses. Sid was the first person to ever build an airship, and the Dreadnought's really nothing but a big airship, right? That's probably why I don't like the Dreadnought. He's jealous. Guess they outdid him. Oh, I completely forgot. I don't know why it registered in my brain as like, oh, as soon as they mention the key term, it just... you automatically learn it. That would have been a better feature, honestly. But, never mind. I have to use the boat. Oh, so much money I have to waste. 64 gil. Oh wow, I thought you was on about Diablo 2 for a second then. I was like, what do you mean Diablo? Diablo, god. What do you mean the Amazon? It's Luna, isn't it? I'll be honest, I couldn't care less. When it comes to, cloud gaming. Oh yeah, I need to talk to you, and learn about this. Sunfire! There we go. God, I'm an idiot. Oh, I can talk to you about it. Sunfire. Controlling Sunfire is a tricky business. Let the flames get too high, you got a runaway on your hands. The engine will